Spring is approaching. What are we planting? Do we have all the seeds we will need? Have you even looked to see if you have what you need to start planting in the spring? I know I don't, but we're going to see what we got thus far, right? So this is what I store my seeds in. It is a photo storage container. So it's just what you keep photos in, but I have my seeds in there. So we're going to go through a couple of them, see what we have, and see what we will need. So I am a herbalist, and I want to start planting my medicinal herbs so that I know what the source is, which will be me. I know anything that was used on the herbs so that I can consider them organic. So things like mullein and comfrey, chamomile, lemon balm, lemongrass, like all these things that I have now in my herb that I have purchased from a herb shop, I want to be growing in my own yard. So I live in North Carolina. Our first frost date is April 3rd, and 8 weeks prior to April 3rd is February 7th of 2025. There's a lot of things that you want to start planting and being able to plant out by your frost date. So like tomatoes, it takes 5 to 10 days to germinate, and then you can plant them out in 8 weeks. So I am going to actually start planting my seeds in January, which is next month. Today is Christmas. And so I decided to do this on a day off. So tomatoes, they take 5 to 7 days to germinate, which is start sprouting, and it takes about 8 weeks before they can be planted out. And so right around then, February 7th, would start that 8 weeks, and then you have until the frost date, which is April 3rd, to transplant those items outside into your garden. Now, some people talk about a hardening process, depending on how I plant, because I do want to do succession sowing, which is you will start a plant at its proper time, and then you will wait a few weeks to a month, and you will start that plant over again so that you will have continuous crops throughout your season. So I'm doing a lot of tomatoes, a lot of peppers, like I said, my medicinal herbs, watermelon, cantaloupe, squash, all those things. So I know I do have to put in an order. And put this stuff in your journal, guys. Just put it in there. If you live by a paper journal, add this to your journal. You can also set calendar reminders. And it doesn't have to be like precisely that day. But you want to be within the frame. And some people like Asia from Yellow Door Urban Homestead, she plants her stuff out a little later, and she understands that she'll get her crops later, but she'd rather do that than have to babysit seedlings, she said. She ain't want to babysit no seedlings. But she also doesn't have a lot of space. So I have a lot more space. My kids are grown and going, and so I have room to start the seedlings in the house. Shop lights with the LED bulbs in them, and they work because I grew, and it works because I grew my my fall seedlings with the shop lights. I used the greenhouse effect, where you put the saran wrap over your seedlings until they sprout, and then you take it off and then go from there. So we'll get more into that. Today we just gonna talk about what seeds that you're planting. This is just to spark the idea, the thought that it's time. It's time to start getting there. So some of the things that I am planting, and some of my seeds come from all different places. I use a lot of Okra Lady LLC. She's on Etsy and TikTok. I use Amazon. I am going to go to my local nursery. They have seeds as well. So we're going to be planting lavender and chamomile. These are some of my flowers that I have. Calendula. And these are all medicinal herbs. Echinacea. And some of my greenery are lemon balm and peppermint. So I bought these off of Amazon. And I know I need more because I do have mullein that's in the back room and comfrey. Mullein is amazing for your respiratory, and comfrey is a beautiful healing oil. I infuse comfrey with oil, and they say comfrey is also a good fertilizer, so I'll be trying that out this summer, fall, depending. So that's some of my other herbs. So I try to label them, since I don't have a lot of a whole bunch of stuff. It works out. So some of the peppers that I'm gonna be planting is cayenne pepper, purple hot cayenne pepper, and this is from Okra Lady. Anaheim chili pepper. Of course, we have to have bell pepper. Some of my tomatoes. Oh, let me do this other pepper. This is like a sweet bell pepper as well. I got these out of the dollar store. They 2 for $1, 50 cents. You get plenty of seeds in here. So, dollar store is another place. Home Depot, Lowe's, your big box stores, they'll have seeds when it's in season. But online, you can get them any time of year. We're also going to do our cayenne pepper. And I'm going to show y'all how to make cayenne powder. It's the seasoning. You can make it yourself. Very easy. I'm going to do some other stuff first because I don't have any cayenne pepper. But I'm going to do chili peppers. I have some dried chili peppers and I'm going to show you how to make it into a powder to make your seasoning. And I have shishito peppers. Got that off of Amazon. And yes, I'm going all out. We planting some stuff this year. I'm planting variety because I want to see what grows well here where I'm at. I don't use the clay soil that is native to my area, but I do buy dirt, get compost. I'm working on my own compost, but I use dirt, a compost, and I always amend the dirt with the fertilizers and blood meal and bone meal. So yeah, we have a Thai hot pepper. I have a lot of peppers. I love peppers. Santa Fe. Let me see what that say. Santa Fe Grande hot pepper. Alright. Those are the peppers. See, I need more tomatoes. I want to do some paste tomatoes. I had wrote a list. I didn't write a list. I put it in my shopping cart. So it's like, I'm not even going to guess. We're going to do another video anyway when I go to actually start planning it. This is just a preliminary to kind of, like I said, spark the idea of what you're going to be growing here in a month or so. So I'm going to have some midnight snack tomatoes. These are supposed to be like black, dark purple, something pretty and good. Roma tomatoes. We're gonna have rainbow cherry tomatoes and moneymaker tomatoes. And like I said, this is from the okra lady. You'll know because that's her little symbol right there. It's an okra person. So that's what we have in this one so far. And all these are spring. I've been collecting seeds for almost a year. So, yeah, we're gonna work with that. So next we're gonna do some zucchini. These are the Black Beauty zucchini. We're gonna be planting white summer squash. I don't know how to pronounce that first word. If you see it, sound it out for me. And once again, we have some stuff at Dollar Store. This winter squash, which we're gonna see if they grow in the summer. And some eggplant. And even though this is not, the yellow squash. This is not the eggplant I really want. I have it in my shopping cart. I think it's called a Japanese eggplant. It's really skinny. It's not as fleshy as this. So I'm going to be getting seeds for that too. So we'll get to see how that grows here in North Carolina. All right. We definitely, I got some peas growing right now. So I'm looking forward to that. But we're definitely going to do a lot of green beans. This is from the dollar store. I have, they're different kind of beans. They're pole beans, which you see that says pole beans. And then there's bush beans. So the bush beans, you don't need a trellis because it grows in the bush. The vine beans, they grow up. So you definitely gonna have to put it on something that grows up. These are the golden wax bush beans. Almost look like black-eyed peas. And so I really want to do a lot of green beans because my health journey, it requires that I eat a lot of green beans. So I definitely want to plant a lot of those so that I can flash freeze them. Excited about that because that'll be a cost I don't have to acquire. Gonna do some cucumbers. This is the pickling ones because I do want to pickle some cucumbers. Make our pickles. And then they have regular cucumbers, which is in my cart. I'll have some too. These are munchers. So I think those are the little skinny ones that you see in those packs. I love those too. So we're gonna plant some of those, and we're gonna do some corn, y'all. I know this might not grow because the okra lady is in Texas, so she has a lot longer growing season than we do, but we're gonna see if it grows. So I have bodacious sweet corn and peaches and cream. And I know cucumbers and corn are related to each other, but until I get more of either, then they are going to share their compartment. This is some more of my medicinals, which I need to put those in here. And I got some mugwort that I'm going to be planting. Lemongrass. I have 2 lemongrasses. And I have another kind of calendula. Because why I ordered one, not realizing I already had it. We're going to do some roselle hibiscus. We're going to have some good teas, y'all. And some burdock gobo. Burdock root is what I can get out of that. So I'm going to put these in with these medicinals. Melons. So this is a pumpkin. And do that in the fall. Oh, I saw a video, y'all, where had the most beautiful little yellow pumpkins. I'm gonna do that for fall next year. I want some pumpkins. We got the Bush Sugar Baby Watermelon. Now I tried these and they started to grow, but I don't think I had a good fertilizer in there. I had no compost in the soil, but it was growing. It was growing. So I know with a better soil, more knowledge, more practice, the better the crops. So we're gonna do some cantaloupe melons. Some crimson sweet watermelons, and I have 2 of those. So I want to they have a couple variations of cantaloupe and of course a watermelon. I want to try to grow the watermelon with the yellow flesh in there. I bought one at Whole Foods last summer and it was delicious, y'all. It was delicious. So these are my herbs, some of the herbs. I have some cilantro back there now, and I actually have some onions back there. So I won't be using these until I do want my basil. I'm gonna start my basil. I had basil last summer, but towards the end of the summer, something happened. It started turning yellow, so it either had like some type of disease on it, and I had left one out of town, so. No, yeah, these are, ooh, my flowers. Those are flowers too, but we're gonna have some zinnias. Some bachelor button blue dwarf. And see, she gives gifts. There's some gypsyophilia. I want to learn more about this, but I thought that was pretty. That would be pretty in a pot. I do a lot of container gardening. I have the 10 gallon, 20 gallon, 7 gallon bags. I have all type of pots. So right now I am planting a container, especially because I can move that around. I don't have a fence, so the deer and all that stuff did have access to it until I built an enclosure. But for summer, I'm gonna have so much stuff that enclosure is not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to come up with something to protect my crops from the wildlife. But we're gonna do some wildflowers, and they'll have like a list of all the different flowers, and you would just, I can winter sow this, so like you can get an area. You can sprinkle it all around in your area, kind of maneuver the dirt around so that the seeds can not go too deep or go underneath. And then when the spring comes, it'll automatically start growing. So definitely gonna do those. And some mammoth sunflowers. I think I got this from like a big box store. I got these from the Dollar Tree. And giant hybrid sunflowers from the Yoga Lady. So we're gonna have an array of flowers and herbs. And I have so much, I still have almost a whole nother side. These with the plastic still on them. I hold a whole nother side, and these are the little labels that it comes with. You close it up, and bam, you got your little carrying case. So I wanted to make this video just to kind of get you in the mind frame of starting to prepare. You know, seeds don't cost that much, but if you try to buy them all at one time, then it could seem like an astronomical price. Like my cart right now is like $48 of seeds in there, but the amount of plants that you're going to get from those seeds, that little money, it's going to save you so much more than what you're going to, you know, have to pay right now. I don't want to say lose it because you're not losing it, but get your seeds. You know, Amazon, you can like maybe buy 2 or 3 packs a week. That could be like maybe $10, you know. Okra Lady, her seeds, those packs be about $2, $3, $4, depending on what it is. You know, you can get a few of those. She usually offers free shipping on Etsy. Um, so there's many ways you can go to your local nursery. They usually have seeds, even though they have theirs like usually springtime. Um, and I want to get mine before then, you know, so I want to be planting by spring. Because last spring, I planted late. So my stuff was coming in late, of course. So this year I want to be more prepared. And I want to be a reminder that, hey, we got a garden to plant. So um, schedule it in your phone so that you won't forget. Start stocking up on your fertilizers, your containers. Like you can use the winter sowing method. Get a jug. When I do mine, I'll video all of it, the different ways that you can plant your seeds. It can be in those 6 trays, the 6 count trays, the 8 count trays. You can use water jugs, milk containers. Like all that stuff is food grade plastic already, so you don't have to worry about anything leaking into the dirt of your plants. So we're gonna make another video when it comes to actually planting. That probably will be a longer video. And I might go on live on TikTok. I will be going on live to do this again on TikTok, but this would be a more informative video where that one would be more interactive, kind of talking back and forth to once again spark that thought. So once again, I do appreciate you watching my video today. I hope there is some information that you were able to take from it. I will continuously be posting content on gardening, holistic healing, and just being me. And so I am grateful and thankful, and I hope you have the most wonderful day. Until the next one.